If you're just starting on Upwork or any other freelance platform, it's important to know how to identify scammers. In this video, we're going to go through how to spot scammers on Upwork and how to avoid them. Let's start by how to identify a scammer. They either invite you to an interview themselves or you submit a proposal to the job they posted. The first red flag is if their payment is not verified. So you can check here if the client payment is verified on the search section, or if they invited you for an interview or you already submitted a proposal, you can check the client details on the right here. You can see the payment verification and the client history, hiring history. On the client's history, you can see that scammers usually didn't hire anyone before. It will be their first job post and they didn't hire anyone before. But some legitimate new clients could be their first post as well. We will compare a scammer to a legitimate client's job posts in a minute. The third point is if they ask you to contact them outside of the platform, usually on WhatsApp, as you can see here, or Telegram, Skype, or any other way outside Upwork. The other point you should check is if they ask you to do a very easy job, like copy-paste jobs, and the payment they offer is very high, like you see here. The other point you should check is if they ask you to pay them to do the job. They call it a fee, they call it recruitment fee or deposit. They claim the payment is a security fee to show that you are serious and willing to do the job, or an ID fee to send you an ID card or something like that. Here's an example of how they would ask you to pay. So this is an example how a scammer will try to convince you to pay them. Here they say you need a company premium ID card and you have to pay for this ID card. They ask you to pay them $40 that they will refund if you work on a part-time basis, and it's non-refundable if you work full-time. They try to add as many details as possible to appear legitimate, and here they specify the payment method they accept. Or they ask you to buy equipment or software or any other reason just to pay them. Always remember, you are the one to receive money. You shouldn't pay any client for anything. When a client asks you to pay, run as fast as you can. The other point you should check is if they joined Upwork recently, but they could be legitimate and they are new on the platform. So check when they joined, but check other things that we just mentioned, like the payment verification, the client history, and so on, to be able to tell. Usually scammers have many grammar and spelling mistakes on their job posts. That's another reason why you should investigate them further. If a client asks you to use your details to create accounts for them, don't do it. They usually use your details to scam people and you'll be the one in trouble. Especially if the details you used are your real name, address, and phone number. On this first example, you can see the scammer asks you to contact them on WhatsApp. So if they do want a chat outside of Upwork, that's a red flag. On this particular example, you can see that they joined on the 27th of March, which is the day I'm recording this video. The payment method is not verified, as you can see here. And the project type, they say, is a complex project. That's the first example. Here's another example. Again, they joined on the 27th and the payment is not verified. The description of the job is one line. I need a good typist to help type documents into the world. Okay. And they pay you $700. And they want an entry level and they just want to splash some money on a beginner to type some documents. That doesn't make sense. And you see, they didn't ask any questions or anything. So be aware of these kind of clients. The third example we have here is another one. Again, they joined 27th of March. Here they ask for, the payment is not verified. It's the first job posted. 2 open jobs actually. 2 open jobs, but 0% high rate. Here they say, we need a good typist that can handle this typing job very well. And data entry, PDF, Excel, copy typing. If you're interested in this job, kindly message the company manager on Telegram. You see here, if you contact them on Telegram, they will ask for payment at some point. The budget they say here is $3,000. $3,000 for a basic job of copy-paste or typing or something like that. Doesn't make sense. Again, they don't ask any questions, or they don't care if you have any experience. That just shows that they're after your money, not your skills. Now let's compare the legitimate scammer profiles. So let's compare these two job posts. One is a scammer, the other one is legitimate. So let's start by this one, data entry operator. First, they need to hire 28 freelancers. If we go to the payment, we can see that it's not verified, and they have one open job and 0% hire rate. They joined on 27th of March again. Operator must have good skills, and we have some data you need to create record of data. If you're a newbie, you can apply without hesitation. It's a straightforward task. See, I'm going to read this again. If you're a newbie, you can apply without hesitation. It's a straightforward task. Let's more discussion in chat box. Now let's check this post. So the title is Mindful Entrepreneurship, Content, Marketing and Execution. Very specific. Now if you look here, the payment method is not verified. They posted 3 jobs, 0% hire rate and 1 open job. They're members since June 18th, 2020. The client joined 2 years ago, looking for support in promoting mindfulness in the entrepreneurial space through my Substack. They give the link, and then they give more details about the job. Here, if you scroll down, you can see they're asking extra questions, 3 questions, detailed, that they want to know more about you, about your skills and experience. So can you tell me which one is the scammer and which is legitimate client? So the answer is the first one, of course. They just joined the platform. The job description is very brief, and they clearly say, we're scammers, we're targeting newbies, and we want you to apply without hesitation, as it's straightforward. Like, they invite you to apply if you're a newbie, you don't know about the platform, you don't know how it works, and it's easier for them to convince you to probably pay them than someone who's been on the platform for a while. So now, to avoid scammers, always use the filters when searching for a job. And you can see here on the left, you can select or filter the jobs that have, or the clients have, a verified payment only. Then you can check the client history. On the client history, you can select 1 to 9 hires or 10 plus. If you tick one of these or both of them, it's unlikely that you come across job posts of scammers. Obviously, check all the things that we just went through in this video, and most importantly, don't agree to get paid outside of the platform. If this was helpful, please drop a like. That's all for today, and thank you for watching.